and welcome to EllAstrology, and today I'm going to tell you guys why I think Scorpio is the most shocking and intense sign out of all the signs in the zodiac. I've noticed out of all the requests I get the most Scorpio requests from Scorpio people asking me to do just all kinds of astrology content on Scorpio. And I think the reason because of this is because Scorpios really love digging deep. They love, getting to the bottom of something, and even when it comes to themselves and their own personality. So out of all the signs in the zodiac, Scorpios are the people that really end up, looking into things like astrology because they really want to find out a lot about themselves. You can usually notice a person who is a Scorpio or who has very strong Scorpio influences in their birth chart through their eyes. Scorpio people usually have very intense, piercing, hypnotic eyes. So whenever you're in a room and there's a crowd of people, look for the person who has the most intense, piercing eyes. It's like when they look at you, it's almost they can see straight into your soul. Sometimes when a Scorpio person looks at me, I get a little bit nervous because I can see how they're basically investigating me and trying to figure everything out. If you're still unsure if a person is a Scorpio, another sure way to identify them is have a staring contest. It is usually guaranteed that a Scorpio will outstare you. It is said that because a Scorpio, they dig so deep, they are usually masters of their personality. They know exactly who they are. They know everything about themselves. They know all the little hidden parts of themselves, the dark side of themselves, the light side of themselves, the unconscious side of themselves. These people have gone and put everything that they possibly can into discovering who they really are. And in most cases, they know exactly who they are because they have found out who they are. Because a very important thing to the sign is control and having control over their emotions and what they show to the world. They will rarely show you emotion and they'll rarely show you what's actually going on inside them. However, don't let that fool you. They're usually like icebergs. They'll show you a little bit of what's in top, but deep down below, there's usually so much to them and there's usually so much that's going on. One thing about a Scorpio I have noticed is they cannot fake smile. So when a Scorpio is smiling at you, it really comes from deep down inside their heart, and it's usually a very genuine smile. These people tend to keep their reactions to a minimum, and it's quite interesting because they'll try and figure you out and try and figure out everything about you and try and decipher you. However, they'll never ever allow you to figure them out and what's actually going on inside of them. These people also have kind of like a very good intuition when it comes to people, and because these people usually see things going on that most other people can't see, because like I said, they really look into everything very deeply. They're on kind of like a higher intelligence level emotionally than other people, and they're actually able to fool other people very well, even manipulate a lot of other people very well. It is said that very good scam artists are Scorpio, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way that they're so good at kind of warping other people's perception and manipulation that they usually get away with things like that. I read somewhere that some Scorpio people will realize that their eyes give them away and kind of give all their secrets away, so they wear sunglasses all the time. So these Scorpio people can even wear sunglasses indoors or at night. It's quite interesting. One thing I love about Scorpio people is that they are extremely honest. They will always tell the brutal truth and they will never lie or be false to gain anything. These people are usually not false or pretentious at all, and when they say something to you, it's usually coming from a very sincere place. People usually say that Scorpio people are jealous. However, that's not very true. Scorpio people are not exactly jealous. They're usually just very protective over what they love and what's theirs, and it can come across as jealousy to some people, but they usually just don't want to lose what's important to them. Like I said earlier, these people kind of have like a sixth sense when it comes to other people's emotions. So they actually understand exactly what other people go through, and they have lots of sympathy. So it is said that there are usually two sides to a Scorpio. The first side is the side that is called the gray lizard. This is a side that is usually ruled by jealousy, hate, and destruction, as well as punishment. The other side to a Scorpio is called the eagle. And this means they can overcome anything, any circumstances, any pain, and they basically have no fear. It is said that each Scorpio has both sides inside them. However, the side that they feed and the side that they nourish the most is the side that will become who they are. It is also said that Scorpios have very, very good memories. They'll never forget if you did something good for them, and they'll also never forget if you did something that hurt them. These people are also masters of revenge, so be very, very careful when getting onto their bad side or doing them wrong. Usually when a Scorpio person gets back, they will destroy you. They do not get even. It's basically like saying if you break one of their windows, they will burn down your entire house. It's very hard for them to let go of bitterness and grudges, so because of this, they can be quite revengeful. So be very careful. Along with being a Scorpio or having any strong aspects in Scorpio comes a very intense fascination with religion, sex, death, and any kind of taboo topics. Because Scorpio people feel like they are very, very strong inside themselves, they're very protective of people that are weaker than themselves. So they'll usually interact and associate themselves with people that they feel like they can protect and that they can teach something. And because of this, they're also usually very, very protective of children. Scorpio people possess a strength that very few other people do possess, and because of this, when they put their mind to something and they have a goal, they can really, really achieve it if they try really, really hard. It is said that because Scorpio is so good at looking into what is hidden, they become really, really good surgeons or even really good chemists because they like deciphering every little piece of everything and looking deep into things. I don't know how true this is, but they say that Scorpios know the secrets to life and death. They have an understanding of it. That is why they're usually so interested in it. Scorpio usually experience things with extreme intensity. Everything that they go through, every experience, every emotion is usually very, very intense. And the way that they feel it is a lot stronger than what most other people do. One thing I read in an astrology book that I found quite interesting, and I've actually noticed it, is that whenever a Scorpio person is born, there's usually a death in the family around a year before or after the birth of that Scorpio person. Now, it's not usually always true and always accurate, but I have noticed there is sometimes a pattern. It can be quite interesting. I've also read that the reason for this is because one of the symbols associated with Scorpio as well is the phoenix, and that basically represents rising from death, rising from the ashes. So it is always said that whenever there is death, there will be life with the Scorpio. So thank you for watching my video on why I think Scorpio is the most shocking and intense signs. If you guys agree with me and you have anything more to add about Scorpio, definitely let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you guys want to see some more astrology content, definitely hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time.